Right now I'm texting Dave Gregory. Tell me a couple of human rights you think are necessary for happiness.
I'm a stand-up comedian, aspiring actor. It's definitely a passion of mine, but this isn't about me. The society we live in, like, we're all like robots. Work a job we don't like, just this 9-to-5 nonsense over and over again. You build this retirement fund, you know, you're just stressing to fucking survive, support the people we don't really like, just so we can have bragging rights for some reason. It just seems all mundane. Well, I have a brilliant friend who gave me a call and wanted to show me something. She had this magnificent idea, an escape plan for everybody. And I'm definitely interested to hear what she's talking about. I'm a little excited, I'm not gonna lie.
Are you excited for everything?
Yes!
That is exactly what I want to hear.
I'm the AntiChrist. I have, an image to uphold.
Where did this whole AntiChrist name thing come from?
Well, a lot of people have called me AntiChrist, or like derivative of like Satan or possessed by the devil.
My middle and last initials are A and C.
Recently, this chick named Margaret Piper on Facebook that I friended,
Yes.
she's a fundamentalist Christian, and she called me AntiChrist.
Nobody knows who they are. They have a viable method to promote world peace, and they're an atheist. Boom! Got all that shiesting down. Yes. After 5 other people had already done me this, 5 other Christians, so I have to accept the title now. I know for sure that my soul is flooded with sin completely through and through. I accept this. I will never be purified. I cannot be saved.
The world is becoming destroyed, and it's at an acceleration rate. I'm not the only person that's noticed this. If we keep ignoring it, then basically we're all gonna die.
You got freaked out. Oh yeah.
So you want to be the cause of that, the core.
The catalyst to start the chain reaction that will lead to world peace, yes.
How long do you think this will take?
If people really focus on it, I think we can do it within a year.
Well, at first I thought it was going to take longer than a year, but after seeing my wife's progression and how this is coming along in just as little as a month, I think it's possible a year. I'd give it maybe a year or two, but relatively short time.
It is really easy to get movements started in cyberspace. It's really about targeting your audience, making ads, but it's really messages. It doesn't matter if it's an ad for anything or if you're just making a comment.
What is the movement exactly?
The movement is basically people doing some altruistic commands through Facebook and Twitter. The 25th of July, 2014, I've been receiving messages and sending messages back and forth to try and get these altruisms, because these are going to be the foundations of the movement specifically.
You're aware that you're going to be labeled as like a fucking socialist, right?
I guess technically I am a fucking socialist.
Really?
Socialism is just people working together under a currency system. That's all it is. You can still have a democracy where everybody votes freely.
What do you think about capitalism?
Without regulation, it's dangerous. What we're gonna do first of all is vote on sort of like a Bill of Rights. So it's going to be, what do people deserve in life in order to be happy?
See, happiness to me is, in my opinion, is just being able to contribute to the world, to make the world like a better place.
I know that happiness is merely chemical balance of the brain. That's all happiness is. If you want to call it optimal performance, that's fine. But it's just different chemical reactions being triggered in the brain. The internet basically is a composition of everybody's thoughts since it was developed. And right now we're being watched by Facebook, Google, and Twitter the most. They figure out everything about you, basically. They snoop through whatever it is that you're willing to give them. They can sneak into all kinds of different programs and find out basically whatever they want to know. If they want to get your credit card information, they can. and they can basically ruin your life.
Data phishing like Google?
Google doesn't necessarily do, they data fish, but they don't do it to steal anything from you. They do it to psychologically target you for ads. How most people use the overmind being the internet right now, is basically to entertain themselves and indulge in consumerism. That's it. And you can verify this by going on Twitter. I wrote that down on the 11th of this month at 9:59, and I just wrote down what was trending. Meet Baymax, and it's some Disney movie.
Okay.
This is like a movie. This is a joke. Krispy Kreme. Look at how many people care about that. This is all bullshit. There's nobody talking about world peace. There's nobody talking about fixing problems, getting people off the street, nothing.
And so you feel that bullshit is packaged better than more important?
Yeah, absolutely. It looks more exciting. It looks prettier.
So you want to package world peace in a way that is enticing to the masses.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I mean, here's one thing. Hip hop is very egotistical.
Yeah, right.
And there's a lot of industries that would fall without without, like, you can't have peaceful rap. It's just boring.
That's what you think. That's what you're told to think.
I can't stand Common and that positive shit. It's just boring.
That's because you have been conditioned to be angry. And when you're conditioned to be angry, full-on happiness doesn't feel good. But not everybody's quite that angry yet. So this will warm the ones that aren't as bad first, and then it will slowly work on the people that are angry. It will slowly chip away.
You want to end conflict. So, but people grow through conflict.
That's what people think. That's another bit of programming. Your whole life you've been told there's always a battle of good and evil. That's over influx of psychopathy, and you're highly encouraged every day to be egotistical. Every day you're encouraged to be egotistical. You're supposed to be selfish and narcissistic. And if you're not, there's something wrong with you. You're weak.
Okay.
We will just be able to have an easy little Bill of Rights that everyone will agree with, and that's what we will have our foundations on. It's fine if you can't attend.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch the vibe here for a little bit to see if anything changes, and then if it doesn't change in the next 5-10 minutes, then we'll do a final vote. If they agree with these, then that'll be it. We'll type it up. I'll bring this little thing, whatever I type up is good to go to a notary.
You say you want world peace, but people are still hungry. Like you can have world peace and hungry bellies like that. I don't think those two mix.
Okay, well, the first thing we have to do is get everybody fed, but people can't get fed without jobs.
Show me how it works.
Okay.
Yeah.
Think of yourself in cyberspace as this little dot right here. If you're using a smartphone, you have a GPS signal, which tells everybody where you are at any time. And then you may very well be using Twitter, and you may very well be using Facebook. You are completely connected through these things. You can be tracked at any time. Now, on Facebook and Twitter, you are connected to, maybe you have 300 friends. Well, those 300 friends look exactly the same. And each of those friends have 300 friends. You are completely connected to all of these people, and they're connected to all of those people. So all you have to do is pick a few people in this network that know your habits online really well, and then use a few simple altruistic messages in cyberspace, and then everybody can grow happier together. I'm going to get in contact with Zach and Kate via Facebook. Josh is on Twitter. You can say inspirational things. You can say things like, I really think everyone in the world is special, or I'm glad to be a part of your lives, or you really mean a lot to me. Things like that, or I'd give everyone a hug if I could. These things being entered into cyberspace and being retweeted and shared will actually make people a little bit happier every time they see them. And people will really get involved in that because they'll want more and more and more happy messages. They'll become somewhat addicted just like they are right now.
Now, you mentioned you can do this in a year. How?
The first stage is to get as much viewership toward the World Peace Plan as possible. And I do that with a marketing strategy. As I'm doing that, I'm also teaching a marketing team my principles. Then they will bring unlimited job creation to the web via a website. And they will promote themselves while they teach other people marketing techniques as well. Then those people join, and so on. After that, we'll have enough money through ad space and merchandising that I will be able to take that to brick and mortar business and start a network, sort of like a franchise on a socialist model that can directly contend with capitalism by building up small businesses that never grow. Only the people in the business make the money. 10% of the profits from each business goes into a network to build more little businesses. So this will take care of cyberspace, the entrepreneur, and it will also take care of small business revival, all in one shot. And it can be done within each phase only takes a matter of a couple of months.
How can people get involved, like, with this?
They just go to www.emilyac.com, read the rules, understand them, start playing the game. The website's been up since September 2013, but I was just using it as a vehicle for a while. I was not promoting it. Since I started promoting it just a few weeks ago, I have hit 10,000 views this month. This past week I've had 3,000 views, and the 3-week period altogether was a little more than 7,000 so far. And it's been a nice upward climb like that.
I think what attracts most of these people is that it's a different idea.
I think the only reason why people like it as much is because it just doesn't look like I was trying my hardest to kill myself and put it together. It was like, here's my point. Do you get it? If you don't, I don't care. Really.
A lot of people are sick of the way they're living now, so they're looking for change. They want something to give their life meaning, or they're looking for answers.
Everyone has a right to freedom, to love, to be respected, to feel safe, to eat healthy, good food, to have a living wage, to voice their opinion, democracy. Everyone has a right to a decent education. And then I signed it not realizing the camera was rolling. So there's my signature. This is history, cyberspace history.
Emily's an interesting bird. Really interesting character. We're gonna give her the benefit of the doubt and roll along here.
I brought her up on stage. I was like, Emily AC. I'm like, oh man, there's a lot of free on. I feel cool. Just like the beer I'm drinking. I trust people who give me beer, man.
I'm down for any woman who, you know, takes the time out to cure her own mental illness on top of everything else. So, you know, I think that it's a great movement. It's a movement that requires moving from us, the general public. So I think we should get on board.
You're not making any money off of this. Why are you doing this?
I will end up making money to support my kids, but it's really because when I woke up, I saw that my children specifically were in immediate danger. This is at an acceleration rate. I really do think that it could happen in their lifetime, and whatever it is that we're coming up against, I don't want them to have to face. I want to avoid that more than anything.
You're my nigga.
I've been given honorary black person status by a couple of African Americans, but I
Just
still...
say black people. You don't say African American.
I don't know what to say. It's all wrong from a white person.
It's all good. It's all good. There's nothing but love.
We need world peace now! And I'm the AntiChrist! And I believe you it.